Hello, happy Saturday, and welcome to the UP College of Music Research Colloquium. And today, with the leadership, of course, of our Dean, um, Dr. Laverne Pena, we bring to you the UP College of Music presentation, which is anchored on the objectives of the UP College of Music to contribute to the UP stature research university. And the lecture is also part of the anchor by which our faculty members produce new knowledge within the domains of their specific fields and interrelated disciplines. The lecture is actually a UP Alumni Association Nevada UP Centennial Professorial Lecture. And it is about the challenges of music education, um, the Open School of Music, otherwise known as OSM, in times of pandemic. Our lecturer today, or speaker today, is currently the chair of the UP College of Music Education Program, or rather department, and she specializes in vocal performance and pedagogy, music education, community music, as well as service learning. She was a Salzburg Global Seminar Fellow on the transformative power of music and presented in conferences about community music and social empowerment. She has presented in France in Antibes 13th Century International Academic Conference, also in the First College and Universities Public Service Conference by the Open University of the UP Las Bañas. She also presented in APSMER or the Asia Engage Regional Conference in Malaysia and Macau. So her community engagements actually include performance or as well as partnerships with the Consuelo Chito Madrigal Foundation, the Payata Online, or rather Payatas Orion Foundation, and the Open School of Music. Her talk for today will actually cover about the principles of the Open School of Music, which actually this foundation was founded by Engracialine. She's also alumna of our Master of Music program in music education. So the OSM is now, integrated into the NSTP CWTS program of UP, and it's very challenging as it is. It presents challenges as a service learning course, particularly now in these times of pandemic. So her lecture will present these ways on how to continue the program. Okay, without further ado, let us present to you no other than Professor Maria Sherla Najera.
Hi, I welcome you all to this professorial lecture on the challenges in music education, Open School of Music, OSM, in times of pandemic. This lecture is made possible by the UP Alumni Association Nevada, UP Centennial Professorial Chair Grant. This lecture will be presented by Professor Maria Sherla Najera. The photos and videos in this presentation have special permission from the persons who are shown and the parents whose children appear in this presentation. To start off, let me show you this short video on the Open School of Music.
music and dance, kaya yun ang napili namin after mga deliberation. It was started by our group, which was ang forerunner nito is the Quezon Memorial Circle, Golden Nightingale Quran.
The open school pedagogy and philosophy was the foundational and the guiding principle of OSM as a music program that offers free music lessons taught by volunteer teachers to any interested student, regardless of their age, social class, religion, gender, and educational background. In the inset photo, Mrs. Engracia Lim, the founder of OSM, received the award from the Gender and Development Flora Zarco Rivera for the many free music education programs she initiated to help different communities across all ages, including church music by training potential organists, music for wellness for the elderly, among others. The Open School of Music is a 5-month or semestral music program done biannually, intended for the communities within and around the University of the Philippines, Diliman, Quezon City. The campus is specially located within a wider community made up of many barangays or smallest administrative division, which is also termed as village, district, or ward. The music lessons are given for free and it has been running since 2016. This presentation will focus on the Open School of Music in times of pandemic and
Okay, just in case po that you're not aware or you have not read the chat box, we're just trying to resolve the technical difficulties. Um, and if we can't, then we will have Professor Najera live for her lecture. Okay, so I appreciate your patience. A little while. Okay, at this juncture, we are waiting for Professor Najera's preparation for her live lecture. For those who have not read the chat box, there's some technical difficulties, so we will have rather have the live lecture.
In my face. You have to see.
I hope you can hear me. I'll continue the presentation.
Yes, po, we can hear you.
Okay, so great. Thank you, Dr. Muiko. So now I'm going to share with you the Open School of Music timeline. No? So in 2016, OSM was launched through the support of the then UP College of Music Dean, Dr. Jose Buenconsejo, and received an outright grant from the UP Diliman Extension Grant, administered by the Office of the Vice Chancellor for Research and Development. And the grant was used to acquire the needed musical instruments. In 2017, OSM was integrated to NSTP-CWTS, the National Service Training Program Civic Welfare Training Service, a service learning course where music students enrolled in it could act as volunteer teachers in the program. In 2018, OSM was able to teach violin, guitar, voice, keyboard, theater, and angklung. And then 2019, we were awarded the prestigious University of the Philippines Gawad Chancellor para sa natatanging programang pang-extension. So this year, OSM will operate as an e-service learning through an online community music engagement. So here I'll show you the framework of the Open School of Music, which consists of the communities within and around the UP campus, the volunteer teachers, many of whom are former and current students of Mrs. Lim in keyboard and piano, and her friends in the Quezon Memorial Golden Nightingale Chorale, and the students of CWTS with their instructor or advisor. So the relationship within Open School Music is symbiotic, where everyone are learners. Thus, OSM is not a community service or community music service, which is a one-way reaching out to the other, but rather a community music engagement where everyone benefits and is enriched by the experienced engagement. So how does OSM operate? No, the engagement happens weekly every Saturday morning, where the CWTS students assemble before breaking into the assigned rooms for the music classes. Okay, so this next part of the presentation will see OSM through its underlying philosophical and sociological community music principles. First is inclusivity, lifelong learning, cultural responsiveness, and replacing. So first, inclusivity. Inclusivity connotes openness, which means espousing hospitality. The community practitioner and researcher Lee Higgins proposes that a community engagement should practice the unconditional welcome to a participant and does not discriminate, and there's this gesture of reaching out to all people who want to actively participate. Equity or pagiging pantay-pantay, because OSM is socialized music reaching out to persons from all walks of life in an environment where achievement is determined by privilege, providing a free and equal music education for all students and giving access to instruments and quality instruction for all, no fees, costume expense, or any constraints in terms of finances, allows everyone from all social strata to grow and achieve musically. The aim is to work towards social justice by lessening the adverse impacts of financial capacities, cultural differences, and social hierarchies. Reciprocity o pakikipagkapwa, which in the context of social capital is understood as any product of community interactions for enhancing communal life. So you see here the participants, from the orientation to the actual engagement. So the Open School of Music creates a space for freedom, familial, collaborative, where everyone has a voice and mutually benefit from each other. Because we now go to the next principle, which is lifelong learning. So lifelong learning may instantly and obviously be thought of as a music making and learning through adulthood. More significantly, however, music learning must not only be about continuing, but more importantly, planting the seeds for future musical engagement in the earliest stages of human learning. It explains that teaching music with future adult engagement in mind might seem premature for 6 to 7-year-olds, but their rapidly forming musical attitudes and ambitions show how critical such early interventions or their absence are in shaping musical identities and increasing the potential for continued involvement. OSM provides such intervention where children as young as 3 to 6-year-old see many participants across all ages, 94-year-old being the oldest, sing and play with much enthusiasm and engagement. So the OSM participatory field encompassing and welcoming all ages allows this lifelong learning to germinate and flourish. So one of the aims of OSM is to produce teachers of their own community. Lifelong learning in this sense is to be able to transfer the learnings to the next generation, starting with one's own community. So here I'll show you a video, and you can see the 3-year-old here, this little girl, she's just looking at the other kids, even if she's not really fully or totally singing, that was already her music participation. I will be showing you another video of a 94-year-old former math teacher who's now teaching angklung. Okay, so here you see a photo, I cannot find the video, there's a nice video of this, but you can see this little girl performing with the adults, and it's the best example of lifelong learning. She also has a very nice voice, this little girl. Okay, so you see here the stage packed with the OSM participants, It's the space is not enough to contain, all of the semestral participants. It happens every year and every semester, we can't fit on the stage. Okay, so we go to the next principle, which is a cultural responsiveness. So cultural responsiveness is a principle used in teaching music by validating the learner's context, their background and beliefs, experiences, and strengths. Culturally responsive teaching is aimed at including segments of society that have been marginalized in the curriculum, particularly urban youth, no, in order to empower students and give them a place of belonging in schools. It also guides teachers in meeting the needs of diverse student groups, not only acknowledging the diverse cultures, but also to act upon their understanding of all interactions with students and their families. So I'll show you here the finale number of one of our recitals. They're performing the music Dancing Queen, which is an example of this culturally responsive principle where learning starts with the familiar, with the music that is familiar. So you see here, this also corresponds to our CWTS students. No? So their capacity to teach specific instruments is the basis for the groupings of the classes for instruments. No? The community learners are grouped based on their preferred instruments, and teachers adjust to the level of the learners, making the lesson suited to their learning styles and capabilities. What happens in OSM is reflective of this principle, wherein the participant's background and type of exposure to music is the starting point. Learning by rote as well as by note are utilized, welcoming all levels and fitting the learning materials and methods to how best learning can take place. You see here the parents of some of the children participants of OSM. They accompany their children and also try to learn what their children are learning. So OSM is actually in touch with these mothers. Up to now, they're probably watching us via YouTube. I invited them. And well, at least 4 of the learner participants' mothers revealed that their grades in MAPE, MAPE is Music, Arts, PE, and Health course or subject, their grades increased with the help of OSM. Okay, here you see that cultural responsiveness allows students to identify themselves in their learnings, where school, home, community are bridged, and a deeper understanding of music and the world around them ensues. So this is what happens in OSM. You see here a student participant had the initiative to teach a younger learner guitar and even made her own tests, to test if the young boy really understood. Okay. Now we go to the next OSM principle. This is the last. Replacing is to free music education from the traditional settings beyond the walls of the classroom. It refers to replacing as relocating music teaching and learning, not only in the place of schools where it seems to be stuck, but anywhere people are making music of any kind. The habit of linking the school with music education, for example, needs rethinking, for while there is nothing wrong with school as a venue for music learning, school environment can limit the experience of the essence of music making. The spaces of learning have become so diverse and fluid that there must be flexibility and adaptability to learning music. This principle is the key for teachers to adjust to the new modes of learning. Lucy Green's research has shown that practitioners of popular music tend to experience more music and achieve a deeper understanding of it through spontaneous and informal music making. replacing music education is changing the conception of what constitutes real education. It is the key to being attuned to the many ways in which each individual can enhance his sense of being a musical person in the world. Okay, this is Sister Pring. She's actually watching now from Indonesia. Hello, Sister Pring. She was an OSM volunteer student for many semesters, and now she is assigned to Indonesia, and there she is teaching these students, these two Indonesians. Okay, now this video will show you fellow OSM participants coaching each other the guitar chords for their song Rosas Pandan. So you see here, guitar and keyboard lessons may begin with chords, which many are familiar with, and then later on incorporate note reading and fingering. E minor. A7. So here, this girl was able to study voice, guitar, and theater in the different semesters of engagement. She plays the guitar with her dad, and they record their playing together. This is their photo, which her mom, JB, sent me. Okay. So replacing as an OSM principal may address the current situation of the music teaching, wherein music is subsumed in what we call MAPE, the acronym of which is Music, Arts, Physical Education, and Health. This has resulted in the dilution of content, having to share 45 minutes once a week of lesson with arts, PE, and health. So replacing music education in the Philippines through informal music education is actually reverting to how the indigenous Filipinos make music, which is deeply embedded in their lives and customs. And this may enable the flourishing of Filipinos who are deeply musical, enriched by many cultural influences. As seen in their worship, there are many choral groups in our country, social activities, magic sing, karaoke gatherings, fiestas, bands, instrumentalists, rondalia, and orchestras. Napakarami po. So instead of instead of limiting our learning in schools, we can just look at all these music activities that we have around us, and really music learning can take place more effectively. So now that we have seen OSM has provided an open, continuous, diverse, and adaptable spaces for music making, how can the Open School of Music continue in this new normal? So there are online initiatives of continuing OSM. Here I have my former student, Calvin. He was the musical director / conductor, choral conductor of the OSM last year. Was it last year or the other year, 2018? And he continues to give voice lessons, free and online. These are his students. It was his birthday yesterday, so belated happy birthday, and thank you for sharing this, Calvin. This next one is an email communication of Mrs. Engracia Lim, the founder, who continues to teach Sister Pring piano, even online through email. Okay, again, some photos of music sheets from Mrs. Lim, who coaches somebody from abroad through email and sends these pictures of the Gordon method learning of music, the different tonal patterns of the Gordon method. So this next one, the video that I'll show you, is an initiative of my former CWTS student, Jason Santiago, who continues to work for the community within the University of the Philippines campus. He taught the Philippine National Anthem in different voices and came up with a video to be played for the online assembly for the singing of National Anthem of the Barangay UP campus. This helped them continue to fulfill this weekly flag ceremony despite the lockdown. So let's hear part of this recording.
Bayang magiliw, pelasan silangalan, alam ng puso, sa dilim mo'y buhay.
So right now, in my the current first semester 2020 CWTS class, we had to migrate online, and so I encircled here the curation of available teaching materials. So something that we are advised to do, or most ideal thing to do during this online learning, no? To first see what are the available materials, no, and then to build on that. No? Here we provide, the music education department provides the available materials online, no, that they can download, no, that the students can download and see if they be used, so that they don't need to make materials. All they need to do is to see what's online. And then here, more music materials for our students. Okay, communication coordination with my students continue, especially via Zoom and Messenger. No? Here, they ask the questions, some issues about the community engagement. For this year, we will have two communities, the Barangay UP Campus and the community of the Families of the Couples for Christ in Laguna. So, how can Open School of Music remain relevant in this new normal? Okay, it's fraught with challenges, as we can see. First, the lack of tools and instruments for learning. There are connectivity issues, lack of devices or gadgets, and availability of music instruments, no? Because we used to have it in the College of Music, and there they have the instruments to be used for learning. But this time, this will be challenging, no? And then the lack of spontaneity by physically present and on-site, no? Student will likely miss, no, the excitement of teaching face-to-face. And then also the right touch and posture for instruments or singing, no, because this time it will be more difficult as regards hand position, the sensation of the muscles in playing the instruments and in singing, no? It will definitely be different in remote learning. So, for OSM to be relevant, it must go online. No? Online learning is a facilitator and not a barrier. No? Online learning is legitimate and recognized even before this pandemic. No, I've seen some researches in 2012, there are already e-service learning, no, abroad. No? But right now, I mean, with this pandemic, we are forced to explore that, no? Or forced. We don't have an option. So, online community is a real community, no? Sometimes it's good not to say virtual community because it may sound fleeting or unreal, no? Because online community is made up of real persons. And community music online is active internationally. There are a lot of communities to connect with in UK, in Ireland, in the US, in Australia, in Austria. No, there are a lot. And also, the campaign for lack of gadgets and instruments is faster and far-reaching. We actually are experiencing this Even in the past, no, when we post in social media that we need guitars for this community, we receive donations, no, very easily. And then online learning resources are abundant, as we have seen. So what are OSM opportunities? The open education philosophy of OSM is even more realized in this challenging situation of the pandemic. Imagine how many persons can be reached with technology. And more volunteers could be tapped. A website or a platform to call for volunteers can be set up. No? And it will not just be limited to OSM volunteers in the past, no, and the CWTS students, but even abroad, no, those who want to teach music, no, for free. And learning resources, no, are available online because there are many generous music teachers who upload their teaching videos and audios for free. And there's wider connection, and networking is even more faster and possible. And there will be no place-based constraints. OSM can go regional, national, or even global. So with this, I end the presentation. Here are my references. So on behalf of the UP College of Music, the Dean, of course, our Dean, Professor Muiko, the Research Coordinator of the College of Music, Assistant Professor Ana Patricia Carranza, who is assisting us now, no, in this presentation, the entire Music Education Department, and of course, the founder of the Open School of Music, who is with us now, watching on YouTube. She was trying to connect via Zoom. So thank you, Ma'am Lim, for being with us. I would like to thank you all, no, for joining us today in this presentation. I would like to especially thank, no, the University of the Philippines Alumni Association, Nevada, UP Centennial Professorial Chair Grant. No? Without UPAA Nevada, this lecture would not have been possible. So marami pong salamat. So Ma'am Chris.
Thank you, Professor Najera. Maraming salamat. We also would like to acknowledge the presence of Professor Arlene Makapinla, Director of the Office of Field Activities, Diliman. Also, she's from CSSP Philosophy Department. Also, we acknowledge Dr. Jonalu Labor, OIC Director of NSTP Diliman, and representatives of the Barangay UP Campus. Yay! Here, and of course, everyone, and our college sec, Professor Guadalupe, who's actually also representing Providin. Thank you so much. Now we open the questions to the open forum. Professor Pat Carranza will raise the questions both from YouTube and from your chat group. Okay, Prof. Pat, go ahead. Pat, nandiyan ka ba?
Hello. Hello po. Yan. Hello. Meron po tayong question from Vicky Q from Zoom. How do you choose the community?
Hi, Ma'am Vicky. Thank you for joining us.
Hello.
Hi. Nice to see you.
Yeah. Such
Well,
a laudable work.
Yes, yes. Well, back then the community was easy, you know, because it's just a community of UP, you know. Chancellor, our former Chancellor Mike Tan recommended that we start with the communities around our campus. But this time, we are not limited to that. And so, well, for example, for this semester, we chose the communities based on the connections of our students, now, because we also have to base it on where they are and which community is able to or is willing to connect, with us, more seriously. So basically, that's the criteria. They have to be very willing and committed to engage.
Okay, thank you.
Hello po. May next question po tayo from Jonah Lulabor. Congratulations, Prof. Sherla. My question, how is the OSM empowering the organizers and students in this very worthwhile program?
How are they empowering? Our relationship is very personal. Until now, I'm still in touch with the parents of the OSM participants. And in fact, in one of our recitals, they're the ones who provided the food. They brought pancit, it was not only like a one, not only from our side, teaching the music, facilitating learning for them, but they were actually teaching us also because of their commitment, because of their initiative to teach each other. So it's like what the OSM principal a while ago, which is referring to inclusivity, that empowers the community. This openness to all walks of life, open communication, very, very spontaneous, very open. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Labor, for joining us today.
Okay, from Prof. Arlene Makapinlak, it's always a pleasure and a privilege to listen to you. Thank you po, Ma'am Sherla and OSM, for the service and for the inspiration. More power to you and to OSM. Ma'am, ako po may question. Ilan pong students yung naka-enroll today? I mean, ilang students ang naka-enroll sa NSTP?
I have 17.
17.
Yeah.
Tapos paano po nila ginagawa yung kanilang every week ba kayo nagmi-meeting or paano po siya?
Okay. We are in touch through Zoom meetings with the community partners. So like last Saturday, my class is divided into two groups. One is the Barangay UP campus and the other one is for the CFC Laguna. And it's very important that we meet with the community. So I meet with them. We are not stuck in our every Monday schedule, but we adjust to the schedule of the community so we can really communicate and face-to-face online. No? So it's very important that we meet them personally, even online, so we can see their community needs and also their assets, and we can work the partnerships through that.
Thank you po, Ma'am Sherla. We're checking the YouTube, mga greetings. Magandang umaga po sa lahat from Paul Jason Santiago. Good morning from
Hi, Jason.
Sir Leonardo Bruno, and also students Ricardo Juanito Valledos and Dean Bern de la Peña. Ayan.
Hi, Dean.
Yan,
Hi,
sige
Dean.
Ayun. Yan, balik po tayo sa questions. Ito po, may question po si Ma'am Joy Guadalupe. With regard to the effects of the pandemic on mental health, how has OSM managed the learning focus?
Well, ma'am, are you asking before the pandemic or during the pandemic?
During po ata ito, kalagay sa kanyang question.
Okay. How is OSM addressing it? We are just actually starting OSM. In fact, the actual engagement of teaching music lessons is not yet taking place, because there has to be that memorandum of agreement between us and the community.
Kasi parang before, di ba, the OSM was more of the social aspect of learning together, but now they have to learn in their homes alone.
Yes.
Very challenging conditions. And I'm sure the students also have their own challenging conditions.
Yes,
so
yes.
how do we still focus on music concepts per se, or less on that and more on the relaxing effects of music ba in this time?
Yeah. Actually, that is very timely, no? Now it will be really more on therapy, on the level of therapy. And actually, it's very important that in the engagement, we focus on not auditioning students, no, but really like anyone who's interested can participate. Well, now at least the initiative, not the initiative, but the approach is I'm very well connected with my students through Facebook Messenger, Zoom meetings, and whatever questions they may have, I answer. Because first, I have to take care of the well-being of my students, no, before they can actually engage to other people, no, to the communities that they will be engaging with. I begin with my students and ask them what they're comfortable with in teaching. It's really starting on their capacities so that there's really no pressure that you have to be a good teacher or you should be perfect in teaching. That's not the starting point. No, it's really like what you can give, and then that's it. But as regards the students we will be engaging with, perhaps we could see that the effect, no, on the, you can say, the OSM as a venue for or enhances mental health, no, when we actually engage with them. But thank you, ma'am, for that very timely question, because really now we have to address this.
Thank you po, Ma'am Sherla and Ma'am Joy. Ayan. Meron po tayong question or parang suggestion galing kay Ma'am Rosalie Roldan, taga Bislig City. Ma'am, meron po ba kayong maitulong sa akin kung sakaling ilabi ko po ito sa session ng Barangay Council ng Labisma, Bislig City? Oy, ma-extend tayo sa Surigao.
Of course, we can always, like, it's very easy to partner with you now, Ma'am Rosalie, because we're going online, right? So, the important thing is that really there's a meeting of mind and heart and commitment to that engagement. We have all the means now, no, to really campaign for this. So, sige ma'am, mag-usap tayo.
Wow, kanina sabi dati sa music lang tapos ngayon ma-extend na sa ibang parts ng Philippines. Yeah, thank you Ma'am Rosalie. Next question. Galing po kay Professor Matute. Congratulations, Ma'am Sherla. Paano
Hi,
po
ma'am.
ninyo ina-address ang challenges na nabanggit nyo gaya ng lack of instruments, connectivity, etc.?
Okay, yung lack of instruments kasi, talagang it's a real problem. But I'm looking at a wider community who can support us for the donations. And we start with the neighboring communities of the community that we will be serving. And then from there, no, to empower the community. Ito yung tinatawag na knowing your community assets, when you engage. It's not like giving them what they lack or what they need, but empowering them and giving them means and ways, to acquire the needed tools for learning, instruments, and gadgets. No, it is easily done online now, social media, and I think that we can bank on that. We can maximize that possibility. No? We have done this even before the pandemic, Ma'am Malu. Ma'am Malu ba ito? Ma'am Malu Matute?
Yes po.
Yes.
Opo.
Okay, ma'am. Oh, yes. Oo. Kasi dati, no, there is a student who campaigned for guitars in social media, and she got donations from people she doesn't even know. No? So, yun. Maaaring gawin niya ngayon, mas lalo na nga sa panahon ngayon.
Thank you po, Ma'am Sherla. Perhaps we can accommodate last two or three questions. Ilan po, Ma'am? Ma'am Sherla, ilang questions pa po ang mga 2 or 3?
Marami pa bang questions, Ma'am Pat?
Baka may humabol pa po in case. Pero, ayan, greeting from YouTube, from Veronica Eugenio. I love this program. Keep up the wonderful work.
Hi.
Hi, Biel. Thank you for watching.
Ayun. Pero for now po, parang wala na po ata tayong additional questions. Baka po may gusto po kayong sabihin na parting words o kaya greetings, shout out.
So, si Ma'am Lim, sayang, no? Ma'am Engracia Lim, our founder, wanted to connect with us in Zoom, but she cannot. So, she's watching on YouTube. Hi, Ma'am Lim. Thank you for the inspiration. No, without you, we would not have this presentation. No, well, before I end, or kanina hindi ko na pasalamatan si Professor Arlene, Ma'am Arlene, our current office of Field Activities Director, was the NSTP Director for many years, and thank you for the support, really, and the guidance. I really miss our NSTP meetings, no, because you really guided us, you supported us, you provided all the means for us to carry out our NSTP CWTS engagements and classes, no. Salamat po, Ma'am Arlene. And also, Dr. Labor, hanggang ngayon, konektado pa rin kami sa kanya, lalong-lalo na ngayon. So he's the current NSTP Director OIC and NSRC Director. Thank you, sir. Thank you po for coming and joining us here online. So, Ma'am Pat, I'd like to just end with some more thank yous to people who supported this presentation. Our college secretary, Ma'am Joy Guadalupe, Sir Dino Guadalupe, Faculty of Music Ed. Thank you for all the support. Of course, Dr. Chris Muico for the preparation and the promotion and the encouragement to do more research. Marami pong salamat. Professor Daisy Valenciano. She also is the CWAT's NSTP instructor of the Music Education Department. She was with me in APSMR, Asia Pacific Music Education Research in Macau last year. We presented this in Macau together with the founder, Mrs. Engracia Lim. And then, may nakalimutan ba akong pasalamatan? Of course, the Dean is always supporting all our endeavors in the music education. The Chancellor, Mike Tan, who supported this endeavor. And we even received an award because he really believed in the program. No? And well, I have to thank also the people who helped me in the technicals. No? Thank you, Bless Villegas, for the professional technical support. Yeah, she's a multimedia artist, a friend, a very professional artist. And Daniel Study Center for all your suggestions and making this lecture possible. So maraming salamat. Sana na-inspire kayo ng OSM para mas marami pa ang community music engagement sa bansa natin. Thank you so much. Marami pong salamat, Ma'am Arlene.
Thank you everyone for attending this.
Thank you, Ma'am Sherla.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. See you all.
Thank you, Ma'am Sherla.
Hope to see you all face-to-face soon. Okay, salamat po.
Salamat po sa mga umattend and we'll be ending the meeting. Care of Ma'am Sherla. Salamat po.